Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. This week I am actually going to be flipping through my Inktober sketches, and I know it's like super late and behind, but I worked really hard on them and I like how most of them turned out, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to share them with you. So yeah. Here are all the supplies I used this Inktober. I have liners from Copic, Micron, my Signo, white acrylic paint, which I don't know if that counts. Alright, so let's get started. Of course, here's the Inktober prompt list for 2019. And this first drawing is Ring. And for Ring, I want to do something super simple and just draw a girl who's freshly married. Here's her ring, here's her husband's ring. I don't know, thought it was kind of cute. Okay, for this one, this is Mindless and this is Bait. For Mindless, I wanted to capture like cold-blooded killer or have someone who's mindlessly killing people like she's under a mind control spell. And I think it kind of came across, or at least I hope so. And for Bait, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do someone who's like a catfisher, because like on her Instagram you can see like she's this pretty normal looking lady, but then the guy goes on the date with her and she's a ghoul. For Mindless, I feel like this piece helped me throughout the whole Inktober, because these little streaks I really liked, and the little dry brush effect right here was kind of cool. And I feel like it really helped bring the composition to focus on her face, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm very excited about that. But then I ended up using like these streaks later on, like here, dry brushing to add more texture, and that was kind of cool. But also the biggest thing I used from this was these little white splats. I just took my acrylics and I mixed it with some water, some black ink water, and I found you can make these little cool white splatty drop looking things. However, I don't really know if you're allowed to use acrylics during Inktober, but I did, so let me know in the comments if you know if that's like against the rules, because I know it's not technically an ink. Anyways, moving on. This next one is Freeze and Build. For Freeze, I thought of like the whole like police scenes in movies where like freeze, put your hands in the air, you know. But I decided to do a more chaotic take on it. So she's maybe apprehending a criminal, but of course she's having fun with it. It's not just a job to her, it's I'm gonna take care of the world and I don't mind killing you in the process. This next one is Build, and I thought of course of Tetris. So she's playing Tetris on her phone. This is the same ghoul, by the way, as from Bait. The reason why she's appeared so many times is because my brother introduced me to this band that apparently was really popular and I didn't know, called the Gorillas. And he told me that he saw this drawing. And when he saw this drawing, he said it reminded him of something from the Gorillas. And so I listened to the music, and of course I ended up making this. And then the next day I was still listening to the Gorillas and I was on a kick, and I was just loved their music. I was so excited about it. You know, when you find a new song you really like and you're just like, ah, yes. And so, still listening to that music, I drew her again. These next two are Husky and Enchanted. Husky's pretty self-explanatory. There's a picture of a boy and his husky. For Enchanted, I thought of two different things. I couldn't decide between the love aspect and the witch/sorceress aspect. So I kind of put them together. I did a witch who was under love's enchantment. And so I thought it was kind of cool, and her little carefree flying and the little hearts kind of helped convey that, I think. But this is still one of my least favorites because it's just so, the composition of contrast was off. It looks really sloppy, and it was. I did this one really quick because I was running out of time. But, I don't know, definitely one of my least favorites. This is Frail and Swing. For Frail, I decided I wanted to draw Hasune Miku, and she has a song called Rolling Girl, so I wanted to take that specific song and outfit and put this into Frail. For Swing, I just felt like drawing my OC Wisteria, I'm not gonna lie. She has like a banshee form, so hence like the black eyes and stuff. And so I just drew on her swing. Another one of my least favorites. I feel like it's just too simple. The hand turned out okay though, so it's kind of cool. Alright, next is Pattern and Snow. For Pattern, I thought it was kind of neat because I wanted to, again, her chaotic, justice-seeking self. But I also wanted the viewer to be able to decide if she was the one being a stalker or if she's stalking someone who committed a crime and she's trying to solve it. Because like you can see with the pictures and the little thread pointing around that she's obviously like looking for someone or something. And you can see too with the map, the little X and the little flags, she's obviously stalking or looking for someone or trying to figure something out. So I wanted the viewer to be able to decide which one is she doing. I saw in the comments, Aguirre draws, actually, she's on my YouTube too, and she does awesome speed paints. Sorry, getting sidetracked. She had talked about, well, what if it's both? What if she's stalking the criminal and then is looking to bring him justice? And I thought that was kind of rad, so that's how it went. And it also fit really well into her chaotic, justice-seeking character. For Snow, you know how like enchantresses and sorceress will have like a staff or a magic object to help them like cast spells? Well, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do like a snow globe item, magic item, but when you shake it, instead of snow happening inside the snow globe, it snows everywhere else, and there's just like this giant blizzard. So yeah, I don't know, I thought it was kind of fun. Here's the little eager snowman excited that you have to suffer. It's awful, but fun. I feel like that describes a lot of these drawings. Awful, but fun. They didn't turn out well, but I had so much fun doing them. Oh, okay. So this one's Dragon, and this one's Ash. So as a lot of you know, I really like Skyrim. Probably one of my favorite games of all times. So here's my Dragonborn, or one of them, Telesongard. I thought it'd be kind of fun, because, you know, Dragonborn, dragon, kind of fits together. For Ash, I also talked about that in a sketchbook tour. I was talking about how I have these little stuffed animals, and I turned them into people. And Ash was one of them. So I just drew Ash again. I did see a lot of people draw Ash Ketchum, and I was so tempted to do that when I first saw the word, but I decided to do something different. But you'll see Ash does get his chance to shine later. So this is Overgrown, and this is Legend. For Overgrown, I wanted to draw a Druid, and, well, yeah, there's just your basic Druid. I kind of like how she turned out. She's probably one of my favorites. As far as, like, I like the wood mask, I like the messy hair, I like the bunny. I really like animals. So for Legend, I drew my OC Vincent. He's a vampire. I thought it fit the whole Legend thing because of that. Okay. For Wild, I thought it'd be fun to draw a Rattata as a person. I chose Rattata because it's a more common Pokemon. You see it very often in the Pokemon games. And for Ornament, if you couldn't already tell, this is Wild, this is Ornament. For Ornament, I play a game called Destiny, and my favorite ornament is the ones, I can't remember what it's called right now. But it's like, so for those of you who played, they had faction rallies, and you would get your faction's armor set, but you could also get their ornaments. My favorite armor and ornaments are New Monarchy ornaments and armor. Now, I've been in New Monarchy since D1, so for those of you who are also in New Monarchy, let me know, because I think that'd be super dope. But you can also tell me if you're in the other factions, because I promise I won't shun you. Anyway, so there's that. There's my hunter, and sad day, I have all the ornaments except for the chest piece, and that is the most epic looking piece. And so I'm waiting for the next faction rally to happen, if it ever happens, because I really want that chest piece ornament. Oh, okay, so for these, this is Misfit and this is Sling. For Misfit, there's this girl who everybody's happy around her, but she's the only one there with a broken heart. She's trying to fit in. She wants to be like everyone else, but she just doesn't feel like she fits. For Sling, this is basically just a couple with a baby Sling and a baby. Simple as that. It's funny to me, like, some of these are like more, this has a deeper meaning, and then the next one's like, it's just a baby with a sling. Oops. I hate this spread. This is another one of my least favorites, hence why there's not like a ton of effort put into coloring the backgrounds or shading. For Tread, I thought of a snake girl, and she's holding the Don't Tread on Me flag. For Treasure, it's just a pirate girl in a treasure room. Oh no. So this is more Destiny talk. I know, like, probably all y'all are tired of me talking about Destiny by now, but here's a bunch of quotes said to the ghost in Destiny and that the ghost says to you. Oh, and this is a shell that I got during the summertime, and I really, really like it, and so that's why he's looks like that. Oh gracious. This one is my actual least favorite, hence why it's all like a defaced piece of artwork. At first I drew Zavala, but I drew him way too small, and my boyfriend started calling him Small Vala, so of course I was like, okay, this is not working. And so in Destiny, like, the tower gets all like attacked and set on fire, so I decided to take the easy way out, and I just, instead of lining and drawing him, I covered most of him up with this fire, which is these flots, as he's trying to protect his tower. And the reason why this works for Ancient is Zavala is one of the first few guardians, to my knowledge. Okay. This one is Dizzy, and this one is Tasty. Again, it's really weird seeing, like, cute art, scary art. For Dizzy, I drew a Spinda as a girl. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. For Tasty, well, she's a cannibal. That's all I really had to say about that. I do like how this turned out a lot, and I also like how this one turned out, so that's kind of good. It's nice having a win right after this one. Oh, okay, this is my actual favorite spread, I think. I think I said like 3 times. I don't know, a lot of these turned out really fun. So, for those of you who've seen some of my other videos, I do this series of like turning zodiacs into people. And so this is Caroline, she's the Cancer. And this is Arya, she's she's an Aries. Or for the prompt list, this is Dark, and this is Goat. So I wanted Caroline to look like a younger version of herself, and she's telling spooky stories in the dark kind of thing. For Goat, I know like Arya's not really a goat because it's supposed to be like a ram for an Aries, but I really wanted to draw Arya, I'm not gonna lie, so we made it work. I was gonna draw a goat in the background, but I forgot until just now. And so yeah, I really like Zodiac Characters, so it was really fun doing this. Speaking of which, okay, so I know that I've missed a bunch of the Zodiac videos, and I know a lot of you said that you wanted to continue watching them. So here's my next question. Do you want me to start off back at Virgo? So I know we skipped Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, but now it's time for Sagittarius. Should I skip those 3 and come back to them after the full cycle? Or should I start at Virgo even though it's not her month? Does that make sense? Like, should I continue going in order, or should I go by the month that they belong in? So like for Leo, I drew Leo in his August not birth month, but the month you would be to be a Leo. So to sum it up, do you prefer seeing the characters on the month that they belong to, or do you just want to see them in the actual like order that they should go in based off of the months of the years? Or in other words, like, should we just skip those 3 until we get through the full cycle and then bring those 3 forward? I'll have a poll, and hopefully I'll figure out how to type it better than say it, and it'll be up there. So yeah, thank you. This next 2 are Ride and Injured. So with Ride, I drew my OC Phoenix, but as a younger version, of course, because Phoenix is older. And so I wanted her to look like more of a teenager in this picture. This is the first time I drew a motorcycle, and it looks so bad, but I still like how the overall composition turned out. For Injured, this is again one of my favorites. I feel like the teardrop turned out really cool. I like the effects of the scary monsters in the back. I think it turned out pretty rad. Last page. I think I was too excited to get this done with because they look a little sloppy. Now, like I said earlier, Ash is gonna get his time to shine. Look, it's Ash's glove with the Pokeball. Yay! This is for catch, this is for ripe. So of course, Ash catching a Pokemon. I thought it kind of fit. Ripe, she's got a pumpkin, and it reminded me of Ripe. Now looking back, I think that was really kind of weird, but it is what it is. And I think she turned out kind of cute. So that is our Inktober 2019 flip through. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.